Hello everyone, it's the Beanz man here, and this is the Nan who worked at Cadbury's. When me and Callie were kids, we used to love going to Nanny Dawn's at Harvest Close in Sturchley. Around that time, she worked for Cadbury's. I don't know what she did though. Anyway, I vaguely remember a massive dog that she called Benjamin. As we entered the house, I always remember the smell of cider vinegar that lingered around the house. She had some Japanese fungi in the fridge, which may have caused that smell. We would often go upstairs to play on Uncle Clint's Mega Drive. The console he had two red buttons, one for reset and one for power. There were a few games that I remember very well that we played. They were Castle of Illusion, Sonic the Hedgehog, Mario's Magic Football, which I played the most. For some reason in the Marco game, I liked it when the player character dies because of the animation of the way he fell. I was amazed about the graphics and music they did back in the day. In the past, I had sonophobia, which is a huge fear of dogs. Uncle Lee would often bring his Staffordshire Terrier named Jasper down to the house. I used to freak out whenever he was coming towards me because he was very boisterous. We also went to Nanny Whitlock's, who was Nanny Dawn's mother. She was a very kind lady. She gave me some toy cars to play with. The one I remember the most was a vintage coach one. I think she let me keep it. Callie told me the one time that she jokingly asked Nan for 10 sugars in a tea, but she actually gave it to her, thinking she meant it. I would imagine she drank it though, as it would have been way too sweet. I wouldn't either. Callie and I often went up to Nanny Dawn's on some weekends. She often watched Big Brother in the living room. There were some weekends where Nan and I went to the market in town to buy some fruit and veg. I went with her to the now demolished Cadbury Club for some lunch a couple of times. We met up with one of her friends from work called Shirley when we were there one time. Because she worked at Cadbury's, she often went to the chocolate shop to buy some chocolates to put in the fridge for whenever we came down. We often went up to Clint's bedroom to see him play games like Silent Hill and Resident Evil. He introduced me to Oddworld, Abe's Exodus, which I've played many times. That got me into Abe games ever since, or Oddworld games rather. They had two staffies named Missy and Charlie. Callie told me a funny story about the time when they were on the bus. When a woman in front of them got up from her seat and showed a butt crack, Nanny Dawn yelled to Callie, "Crack of the day!" I would have laughed so hard if I was there in person. In late 2013, she was diagnosed with advanced lung cancer due to being a chain smoker. She often rolled up her cigarettes before she went to bed whenever we stopped over. She was told that if she had treatment, she would have 6 months to live, otherwise it would be 2 or 3 months. She chose not to have the treatment. She continued to smoke, which quickened her life expectancy. In January 2014, I was walking home from college and a message from Callie telling her to ring her ASAP. I rang her when I got in and she told me that Nanny Dawn had passed away. Grandad was fixing up my new bed at the time when I received the news. I went to the funeral 2 weeks later, and the service wasn't very good. The priest that did the funeral did mention the backstory of Nanny Dawn, like the time she went to Cadbury's years ago. I felt as though it was rushed. As soon as the service ended, the priest went off in his BMW. And there you have it, and that was the nun who worked at Cadbury's. Beanz out.